His opponent this evening coming to us by way of the blue corner at a weight of 170 pounds, fighting out of Portsmouth, Virginia, by way of Bushido MMA, Scott Cozart. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Lee Higgins versus Scott Cozart. Let's have a great fight.
So our next fight of the evening, 170-pound weight class, Scott Cozart and Lee Higgins. Round number 1 is underway.
Hold on. All right, this matchup is coming up fast and furious here at the 170-pound weight division. Cozart's definitely working.
Pressing the action immediately. Doesn't want to give Lee a chance to light off, and it kind of cost him there because he ends up on his back. Let's see what he can do from his back.
Nice left hook right there. Good 1-2 coming back from Cozart.
And a little bit of blood on the nose already. Can't tell if that was actually from a punch or from when they went to the ground and maybe bumped heads. Or maybe even from a knee just like that.
Nice combinations.
By Cozart.
Stuns Higgins there briefly. Higgins recovers nicely, gets those underhooks, starts throwing knees to the body. Higgins goes down, or Cozart goes down, knowing you cannot knee on a down position. Going for that single leg takedown, gets it, gets into his guard position. Higgins is trying to sink in that guillotine choke.
That looks deep. That looks deep. Can he finish from this position? Okay, it looks like he doesn't have him in the full guard. He has him in a half guard position. One arm is still out. And it looks like he might just be wasting energy at this point as they both hang halfway out of the ring. I think the referee's going to move him back to the center, and he gets out. Yeah, it looked like a big waste of energy on the part of Higgins. Valiant attempt nonetheless.
A guillotine choke is an extremely tough choke to get. If anybody has a decent defense against it, and it definitely is one of the most exhausting of all the submission attempts.
Round 1 comes to a close. We almost didn't hear the bell there, Gio. So much action going on inside of the ring here at King of the Ring 24, the Winter Wars. And what a war this has turned out to be. Total of 15 total fights in the card this evening. Several female mixed martial arts and Muay Thai bouts. And of course, our 2 title fights that we have coming up later on this evening. A mixed martial arts title fight and a Muay Thai title fight. This is going to be interesting, seeing these champions get inside of the ring to fight for the King of the Ring title. And round number 2 is underway. The scheduled 3 rounds.
Going right into our second round here at King of the Ring 24 Winter Wars. Once again, live at the Surfside Oceanfront Inn and Suites.
I am Shane Graham, joined as always by my good buddy
Giovanni Lems. Pleasure always being here at the King of the Ring.
Second round showing a lot more of the same action that we saw in the first.
Oh, beautiful hook coming out of that clinch.
I wouldn't be surprised if this thing does not make it to the third, if it doesn't even make it out of this round.
Good inside knees. That looked like a severe low blow.
But the referee didn't stop it, and that is one of the rules. Even if he did take a low blow, you keep fighting until the referee stops it. Seemed like he took a couple of unanswered shots, but I guess the referee didn't see that low blow.
I don't know.
Unfortunate for Higgins, but it looks like he's recovered, and he's trying to avoid the takedown from Cozart. Oh, and another low blow, and the referee catches that one this time. Ow!
Wow.
That was unintentional, and that.
Well, they do get up to 5 minutes of recovery time. If he's unable to continue, the ref has the discretion to call it a no contest or to disqualify, even though he did not see that first low blow. You may have knocked a couple of carats out of those diamonds in there, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Ouch. I'm not even in the ring, and I felt that from here.
Yeah.
Higgins taking a couple deep breaths, shaking it off. Taking his time, as stated before by Giovanni, our fighters have 5 minutes to recover. Also valuable time to catch your breath as well, because that definitely takes your breath out of you.
Absolutely. It definitely is a good resting time. I mean, obviously he did not want that to happen, but even if he feels up to it, I definitely would take as much time as humanly possible, but he just gave a nod. Looks like he's going to continue fighting. Or at least he did give a notice saying, hey, man, I understand it wasn't intentional. We do have great amounts of respect for most of our fighters. Got a lot of trash talk in the upper levels, but I think sometimes that's just for show. Most of the time you see a good hug, good handshake. Most of the guys do have a good time after the fights.
Oh, yeah. Very rarely do you see, a true disrespect of two fighters between each other.
Absolutely. Oh, there we go. We're going to continue with that fight.
And we are underway, continuing round number 2.
Great hooks. Nice knees from the body. The way he puts his hip in, shoves it back. Gonna have a tough time with that guillotine. Somebody's got some blood all over his back. I don't know who that's from. Oh,
probably from Scott Cozart. Scott seemed like he took a cut on his upper brow, or maybe even on his forehead, in the beginning of the very first round. Didn't look like a whole lot, but as you can see, it's starting to get around on the other fighter as well. Cozart working from the top position. And back up gets Lee. Good job on the part of Higgins getting back to his feet, squaring off once again. And both these fighters look tired. 10 seconds left of the second round. Looks like we're going to a third, Gio.
Your prophecies have been wrong so far tonight, man.
That's why I'm not a gambling man.
Give me the phone. Just give me the damn phone. Mine's dead.
3-round war. This is going to be who determines who's going to be taking the fight. Cozart in the red shorts, Higgins in the gray. Great takedown attempt by Cozart, but unfortunately he almost shoved his opponent through the ropes. Referee has no choice but to stand him back up in the middle of the ring. Cozart once again being warned by the referee to keep his shots up. Oh, and some left hooks and a right followed up by Cozart. Wow. It's almost amazing that Higgins is still on his feet. He is taking some shots. But I got to give the kid credit. He is definitely staying in there, keeping himself in the game, staying in the pocket, and trading shots with Cozart. As Cozart lands a high kick. Both of these fighters are tired. Coming to the end point of the third round. This is about the time where you want to really let it all hang out. And Cozart realizes this, throws some shots, and then takes the fight to the ground. Has Higgins in the half guard right now. Possibly looking to transfer to the side mount or even the full mount. But these guys are so exhausted, I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to finish the fight out from this position here. Ten seconds left of this mixed martial arts fight.
Don't worry about it. Or do them all. I don't care. Do them all.
And that's going to do it for round number 3. We are going to the judges' scorecards. And Giovanni Lamb inside of the ring with our official decision.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that one a lot. That was a lot of great action. Definitely going to our decision. Win, lose, or draw. Let's give it up for both these fighters. They did an incredible job. A lot of punching power, a lot of action. All righty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, that was a tough fight, but we can only have one winner, and our fighter, by way of unanimous decision, fighting out of the blue corner, Scott Cozart.